All right, guys, welcome to the podcast, MMAOB Daily Podcast for Sunday, July 13th, 2025. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin, and that's my co-host, Mr. Big Marcel. We are here to recap UFC Nashville, and then we'll talk about UFC 318, which I'm looking forward to talking about because although I think the main card is weak, I actually think the card overall is pretty good. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. But we were going to go through UFC Nashville first. I'm just going to tweet it out right now, Marcel. But in the meantime, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It was a pretty fun card, I would say, last night.
I think so too, right?
Yeah, so I wasn't bored like the last couple of times. But yeah, it was a pretty decent card, you know. I mean, even the prelims were pretty good. And to be really honest, I wasn't really like that high in the card. I thought it was an okay, decent card, but I think it went out pretty well. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it exceeded expectations. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say, I think, yeah.
I would probably give it. I think going in, I think said it 6.5, or 7. But I think I would try to give it like an 8 out of 10. That's a pretty good score. I think. Would you agree with that 8?
Yeah, I also wanted to say 8, so I agree.
Good. All right, I just tweeted it. Good to go there. Get some comments. What's up, Ray? Glad to have you here, man. What's up, Antoine? Glad to have you here as well. Yeah, we did an earlier show today. I know I'm sweating right now, dude. Crazy weekend. Had softball tournament. So I played one game Friday night, Marcel, and then I had 4 yesterday. Look at my face, dude. I got burned. Like I was in the sun all day. My face and my neck got burned. Look at my neck.
Oh, dude. Yeah, your neck is pretty rough.
I could barely sleep last night. So it was so fucking hot, guys. And then I just finished my bowling league right now, but I'm so tired, guys. Like honestly, I can't wait to sleep tonight. I have to go back to work tomorrow, but
you're a fucking lobster, dude.
I know. My face is so red, dude. It was so, dude. I don't know how I did. I'm a big boy too, man. So anyways, it was fun, man. I guess I was telling you guys, I hit a grand slam yesterday, which was fucking amazing. I've only did it twice. Last time was like 6 or 7 years ago, and that was an inside the park one. This was an actual bomb over the fence. Like I hit it, Marcel, right away. I knew it was gone. Felt so good. Our team actually did really well yesterday. I think we won 3 out of the 4 games we played, and then we ended up losing in the semifinals, but it's all good. It was still a lot of fun, and yeah, I was really, really pleased with how it went. I could barely walk when I got home, but made it there. The crazy thing was, Marcel, so the last game started at 4:30, or sorry, it's supposed to start at 4, but it ended up being at 4:30 because there was some delay. So it's an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. So if I had won, I would have been late home, and I don't know if I would have caught the card, but it ended at 5:45 or something. So I was like, perfect timing, and I ended up getting home. Actually, it ended up at 6, but the thing was, I went in my car, I put on Fight Pass, and then they fucking talked for like half an hour.
Yeah, so, man, what the fuck was that?
It actually worked out great because I got home right in time for Super Smelly taking on your good team of Klein. So it actually worked out great for me. But the fact that we even lost that last game, like it wasn't that bad because I got to watch the card live, and I'll be honest, the first 2 rounds of that fight weren't great. I'm like, oh man, I rushed home for this, and then that crazy knockout. So, anyways, overall, like it ended up being a pretty good day. But like I said, Marcel, tonight I'm going to sleep like a baby. So, all right, let's get some comments, guys. Craig, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here. And I saw your other comment, Craig. Not playing today. We had the games yesterday, so no game today, thankfully. But 3 home runs this year, boys. 3 home runs, so pretty good. No one else on the team has one. I have 3. Last night was fucking great. It was a good card. I agree. What's up, Justin? Derrick, Lewis, Tom. I don't know about this. We'll talk about this in a second. I'll give me 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes. Give me 2 minutes per se. We'll talk about the fight and let me get the comments. Sorry, what's up, brother? Pinto versus Tallison. Yeah, I was thinking something like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did like Kennedy versus Pinto too. You know, what was going through your mind? Well, I had, Antoine, I hit 2 other like really good hits that went deep in the outfield, but like the guy made a good catch on them. So I'm like, all right, I'm pretty close to getting it out of here. And I just like went up and I just saw a good pitch and I just swung my bat really hard and got over the fence. It felt really good though, because I knew right away it was gone. I just dropped the bat. It was sick. It was actually really sick. What's up, guys? How you doing, man? Glad to have you here, brother. The Grand Slam 10. Dude, guys, I'm fucking burned. Like, wait, can you see it? Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. My neck's killing me, dude. It's so sore. Daniel, what's up, man? Glad to have you here. Our good friend Daniel. Seamus, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here as well. And Lewis. Yeah, we'll talk about Lewis. All right, let's get into the card. Yeah, okay, so we talked about a rating. We both kind of thought it was a really good card, I would say. Better than we thought.
Yeah.
Not enough heavyweights on the card. The Mick Maynard special. All right, let's go through the main event then. Big upset here, Marcel. Adult baseball? Nah, man. Softball, dude. I'm all about softball, brother. No adult baseball for me. I'm not into it, man. Softball's my thing, dude. I played baseball as a kid. It's by the way, if you go to YouTube right now, the automatic thumbnail was like me pulling my shirt and seeing my tan. That's so funny. I gotta change that right now. But yeah, no. All right, let's talk about the main event. By the way, Knox is in chat. What's up, brother? Yeah, so Lewis won. So crazy. So Lewis, most knockouts of all time, he's got 16. He's the 13th fighter with 20 UFC wins, which is pretty crazy, Marcel. So I didn't even realize that only 13 people have 20 wins in the UFC. So, but look now, guys. I mean, he might be a Hall of Famer one day, which is crazy to say because never won a belt, but he's just knocking everyone out. I know you have your thoughts on the stoppage. I'll get your thoughts in 1 second. Mm-hmm. Like it was a weird one. I'll just say that. Like, I do think it was a little bit early. I know the funny thing is Marcel never agrees with Sean Sheehan, and he actually agreed with Sean on this one. You were like, yeah, me and Sean are best friends now. You're like Step Brothers, the movie. But in all honesty, I watched it live when it happened. I'm like, okay, this is fine. But then on the replay, it does look a little early. I'll say that. Having said that, I mean, intelligent defense. I don't know if it's turning your back and grabbing the fence and climbing up the fence. I don't know if that counts as intelligent defense. So I think it was probably a little bit early, but that being said, I mean, the guy got dropped, he got grounded, pounded, he had to use the fence and cheat to get up. So I can see why Jason stopped it. I think that, some people are like, well, they should have stopped it and paused it and taken points. I think at that point you would just wait until like Lewis stopped punching and then you could take the points, right? You know what I'm saying, Marcel? But in the end, I mean, I don't know if he would have changed anything. I think we were just wrong about this one, man. So I'd like to hear your thoughts. I know you thought it was a really early stoppage, so give me your thoughts, brother.
So, yeah, I mean, Lewis knocked him down, right? And then he ground and pounded him. And he was like shelling up or whatever, or however you say that, in a turtle position. Listen, man, if Jason Herzog steps in there, nobody will have complained, and I would also not complain, Yeah. But he stopped the fight when Teixeira pulled himself up on the fence, and it's just it's a how do you say that? It's you should take a point or 2 points for that,
That's 2 points, I think. I think too.
Yeah, I agree. But Jason Herzog was like, oh, he's grabbing the fence. What should I do now? Split decisions moment here. Well, a split second moment. What should I do? I stopped the fucking fight, because I think he was like in the back of his mind, if I have to take points here, I do damage to Derrick pretty much because he was about to finish him, Yeah. And if he lets it go, it can also happen that Teixeira recovers or whatever, and that he knocks Derrick out.
Yeah, so, he could knock him down in an exchange, right?
Yeah, so I think that's what he thought. But I'm not cool with it, because you cannot think like that, in my opinion. There is no rule like fence grab, we should stop the fight, and we should say it's TKO by him. It was a bad stoppage, man, whatever people say. And I don't understand that people are even saying, like, it wasn't a bad stoppage. Yes, he made how do you say that? A foul. Teixeira by grabbing the fence with 2 hands, which he should have got a point deducted for. But that doesn't mean that the ref should step in and stop the fucking fight, because he was a little bit wobbly, but he wasn't gone. If he wanted to stop the fight, he should have done it when he was on the ground and punching him, but not at that moment. I thought it was a really bad stoppage, and in my opinion, he robbed Derrick Lewis from 50K bonus, man.
I agree with that. Derrick didn't get a bonus, and I think that it's probably because I think if he drops him, just ground pounds him, they stop it, he probably gets 50K. So I kind of agree with that. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't even know if they would have changed the outcome of the fight, guys. The guy got dropped. He kind of got. Would you say he got fraud checked? I mean, you don't think Derrick Lewis is good. You never have. So
no, but the thing is, like, this is such a weird stoppage. That I don't want to use that word. I, by the way, don't like to use that word, but I don't see. I know I need to see more, man. But I thought that Teixeira had a really bad game plan, dude.
He traded with Derrick.
Yeah, but I mean, he punched him in the first, and Derrick
connected on that exchange. Yeah,
but then he went wild. Without any defense, and Derrick just had enough like reach to punch him right on his chin, And I thought it wasn't a smart thing, but hey, who am I? But we'll see what Teixeira does next. I won't call the fraud check or whatever, but it wasn't good what he did, I think. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading all the comments. I mean, most people think it was early, which is fair. The one thing I'll say, like, and Dirty Reg was saying this. Where's the comment? If you're on Queer Street, you'll pull yourself up too. I mean, when have we ever seen that happen, though? When is another example? You tell me, Marcel, of a guy pulling himself up from the ground. I've never seen it happen. Have you?
I can't recall.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't really agree with that comment, man. I mean, like, I get what you're saying in that it's a fight and you have to survive, but, like, you're cheating too. I saw Luke Thomas tweeting about. Did you see Luke's tweets about this?
No.
He's getting destroyed in the comments because he's making kind of a weird point. He was saying, like, if it stops a takedown, then you should get a point deducted. But if you're, like, trying to survive, like, a ground and pound exchange, you should be able to grab the fence. I'm like, what?
No.
People in the comments were, like, ripping on him. They're like, what are you talking about, Luke?
You're never allowed.
It's a really weird hill to die on, to be honest with you.
You're just not allowed to grab the fence.
Yeah, you can't grab the fence. You can't grab the fence. And I saw, like, Brad Warden, who, you know, Cage Warriors guy, he tweeted the rules, and it says, like, he was just tweeting about the rule thing, and, like, it's weird. So there's a weird interpretation of the rule, but to me, it's, like, pretty simple. You can't grab the fence, you know, regardless of if it's stopping a takedown or, you know, getting punched in the head. So I think Marcel made some really good points. I think that Derrick probably got robbed of 50K. I'll say this, though, and I've said to Marcel, I don't think it changes anything. I think Derrick still beats him. I still don't think he beats him, you know? So, but we'll never know. They're not going to rematch or anything. So, but yeah. All right, a couple of, here's your boy Beardchush. Could UFC do fixed heavyweight? Well, they tried, right? They tried to get this guy a win and get him in the top 10. So
they tried with Kuniev. They're trying
to get.
They're trying with Delia against Teixeira as well in Paris. So.
Yep. So as soon as Lewis wins, Laura Sanko and Brandon Fitzgerald saying, "Oh my God, he's next for a title shot." What do you think of that?
What the fuck,
dude? I can't believe they were saying that. That's crazy.
What the fuck?
So right now for the title shot, it's going to be. I would think, right? It's gone in Tom, right?
That would be next. I think, yeah.
And then Jailton Almeida's after him, right? Yeah. Probably Jailton and Volkov. Is that maybe?
I think they should do that fight. To be honest.
The winner would get the next title shot, and then you also have Blades and Lewis. Like some people are saying a rematch. I don't mind that rematch.
You should do that. Yeah.
You know, Antoine, I'm looking. He's saying Volkov, Lewis too. I don't mind that either, but I think they're going to do Volkov and Jailton. You think so?
I think that makes more sense. Yeah. To be honest, but yeah, well, I mean, what the fuck, man? Listen. I had Dutch commentary.
Who wants to see Derrick Lewis fight for the belt? Like I don't. Yeah,
bro, look at this. Who did he beat in this last couple of fights?
Rodrigo and Yogi Bear Nascimento, who's in PFL.
And the guy who got cut, Marcos Rosario de Lima.
You knocked him out too, yeah. And then Tallison. I don't think that's good enough for it to even like. I was shocked they said that. You know, like then again, I'm thinking, okay, well they gave him a main event. They like the guy. Listen, I love Derrick Lewis. I've always liked him. He has a great he's so funny, dude. The post fight, Marcel, with his wife. You like that?
He's such an idiot.
He's such so funny. DC was laughing so hard. So funny the DC interviewed him after because they fought. Obviously, DC watched this guy in a minute or whatever with that submission. Listen, man, I love Derrick Lewis, so it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I was surprised what happened. Yeah, Lewis did get finished by Ty. I think that's the only reason Ty's still on the roster is because he has that win over Derrick. I honestly think so. You know, but yeah, Lazy Ben, thanks for coming. Yeah, we started a bit early today. It's worked out that way, but thank you for coming in. And yeah, I don't think Derrick. I don't think he likes I think he said he wants 3-round fights. I don't think he wants 5-round fights. I mean, listen, man. Here, I was thinking about this the other day after we had a discussion. It's getting to the point now where these guys that have the longevity records, like Jim Miller, Neil Magny, Derrick Lewis, they're just getting these like, you know, most knockouts, most wins, right? Even though they've never sniffed a belt, but eventually might get them in, Marcel. But at the same time, like the more I thought about our discussion last week, you can't get everyone in the Hall of Fame. So I'm not saying you have to be a champion, but like I don't know if these guys get in. You know, I think Jim Miller will get in eventually, but I don't know. Like Derrick's a kind of a bubble guy to me. I don't know. What do you think? Like he's not done yet. He can still probably win a few more fights by knockout and get the record up, but I don't know.
The thing is, like, it's the UFC Hall of Fame, not the MMA Hall of Fame, you know, so the UFC can pretty much put in anybody they want, you know, so it's also a lot of favoritism, I feel, dude.
Well, the UFC likes Derrick Lewis. So maybe
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, he was on the phone with Trump. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so who do you want for Derrick? You'd like the Curtis Blades rematch?
Yeah, with that one, yeah. Absolutely not a title shot.
No. What's another option, though? It would be that or against Volkov, right? That would be the... Is that it? Let me try to think. Let me look at the rankings. Oh, he called out Waldo too. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess the winner of Waldo and Pavlovich. That's
I'm good
another
with that
option.
as well.
Yeah, I don't mind that actually. Maybe you know what? We'll see. Pavlovich should win, but who knows? I kind of agree with this guy too. I mean, you let Lewis in, like Marcel likes the word journeyman. Is that what Derrick is? A journeyman to you?
He's pretty much that, yeah. And it's kind of disrespectful to him, maybe, but
I think he's probably a little better than that, to be
yeah,
honest. He's kind of a
like
gatekeeper. He's a gatekeeper.
He's like how do you say that? A golden journeyman.
He did fight for the belt twice. He fought Gone. He fought DC, but I don't know. Anyways, I like Derrick Lewis, so I hope he keeps knocking people out. I think he's great. He's funny, and he's a lot of knockouts, no doubt about it. But here's the other thing: like I think it's like him and Matt Brown who have the most knockouts. Do you also put Matt Brown in the Hall of Fame? No, I don't think so. Right? Matt Brown.
No, I like Matt Brown a lot.
I like Matt Brown too. He's great, but I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame. You can't just let everyone in, guys. You know what I mean? So
let's stop the Hall of Fame talk, man.
Yeah, whatever. No, I know. It's just because we had to talk about it. But yeah, Lewis is a solid fighter, no doubt. And for Teixeira, what do? You got, maybe him and Kennedy or something? Like you kind of have to.
You don't have to let him fight somebody ranked now, because he didn't want. So you have so many options, Maybe the winner of what's that? Lucas Drasky against Ryan Spann, the winner of that one.
Sure, we can do that. Hit the like button, yeah, man. Hit the like button. And don't be a fool later. Thanks, brother. Lewis is a elite gatekeeper in his prime. I like that.
That's good, elite gatekeeper.
That's amazing. All right, co-main event. Controversial decision here. Stephen Thompson loses split decision to Gabriel Bonfim. I thought Thompson won round 2 and 3. It was a competitive fight, but he did more damage, man. He really did more damage in this fight, and I think he should have won the decision. He had more head strikes from what I've. Let me double check that. Yeah, he had more head strikes. It sure seemed like it anyways. He had that head kick in the third round that rocked Bonfim, and then Bonfim kind of got those takedowns, pushed him against the fence. The problem I have with this decision, it's it goes against everything we're taught now with rewarding damage and not rewarding guys holding guys against the fence. The thing is Marcel, people are comparing this to Aldo Batista. Here's the difference for me. I don't really think Aldo did anything in that fight. But I look at this fight, I think Thompson did a lot of damage in this fight. That's the difference to me. He did a lot of head strikes. Second round, he won that round because he wobbled Bonfim at the end. And the third round, he had that head kick. So I thought he won. Robbery, I don't know. It's just a bad decision in my opinion. It's not the worst I've seen, but it's a bad decision. What do you think?
To be fair, I don't really agree with that he should have won the second round because he wobbled him because Bonfim knocked him down.
It was unanimous. I don't think Bonfim was awarded. He didn't get a knockdown score.
No, of course not, because they're really picky what they see as a knockdown and whatnot. But he clearly punched him and he went down.
I didn't see it again. Maybe he slipped. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're right. You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're right.
No, I don't. I mean that's how I see it. I had close fight, and to be really honest, I didn't give a fuck who was going to win. I thought it was one of the more boring fights of the night.
It was a mad fight.
Yeah, and it was more because of Bonfim than because of Thompson. Bonfim was really trying to hold him against the cage and not trying to engage with him, which I understand, but wasn't really fun to watch. To be really honest, personally, I don't like when the commentary who was doing the how do you say that, the interview afterwards is asking the fighter, "Do you think you did enough to win the fight?" You basically say with that you thought he lost the fight. If you ask that question, and of course the fighter is not going to say "Yeah, man, I clearly thought that I lost the fight." I mean,
there was one guy, Sari City, said that against Garrett Armfield.
Yeah, and Cub Swanson against Hakeem Dawoudou. But it's really rare you hear that, rare. Man. It's I mean, yeah. But
you're not wrong. By the way, I don't know if you saw MMA Decisions. Almost all the media had scored the fight for Wonder Boy. Did you see MMA Decisions? Okay, go check it right now. I'm just going to let you check it. You can laugh when you see who scored it for Bonfim.
I have a feeling.
Who do you think?
Danny?
Say it. Yeah.
I knew it.
Danny and whoever did Junkies. I don't know who was Junkie. Whoever did the play.
Oh, MMA Mania and Danny.
Or MMA, sorry, not MMA.
MMA Mania, the 30-27.
I think that was Alex, wasn't it? Is that right?
I don't know if that was Alex.
I think Alex. I thought Alex thought Wonder Boy won. I saw his tweets. It probably wasn't Alex. Probably Jesse then, right?
Probably Jesse. Jesse.
Maybe that was supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really get that one. How do you give it 30-27, Bonfim? I mean,
Listen,
yeah,
before people go to shit, I really like Danny Segura, but man, if he does MMA decisions, always the Hispanic guys or the Latin guys get the win in a close fight from him.
it's funny how you just said that before you even clicked on it.
I knew it.
Yeah. It's like decision from 10. I agree. This is like the old school, like lay and pray type decision, although it's fence pushing. 5 takedowns, a lot of control. I mean, let me look at the control time. So strikes landed. Thompson had, it was actually close in the strikes land, 42-40, right? But
Thompson's had more impact, you feel?
I think so. I really think so. Even though like there was that one check with the leg, his leg was busted open. That referee Blake Rice. Did you see that part where he got on his knee and started looking at the cut like during the fight?
Bro, I mean,
I've seen fights get stopped for this.
Yeah, I'm happy he could continue, but we saw Jonathan Pierce against John Brito, right?
And that's not the only fight. I've seen it in like kickboxing where guys get his shin cut open and they'll stop a fight. Muay Thai. So
Manov in one championship as well.
Yeah, like I'm glad they let it go on. But yeah. Anyways, I guess Bonfim will get another top 10 opponent, top 15. He called out Gilbert Burns. Calls out another guy who's almost 40 years old. I don't really think they should do that fight. I don't think he deserves it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did it either.
They should do that as a main event. Brazil versus Brazil. At least they have one Brazilian guy who won a main event this year.
Wonder Boy Hall of Famer. Marcel doesn't want to talk about the Hall of Fame apparently anymore. And I would say no. I would say no for Wonder Boy. No, right?
No, I'm bored with the Hall of Fame, guys. Yeah. I mean, we can put like 10,000 people in it, but it got to be a little bit special when you get into the Hall of Fame.
On this card, the only guy that's close to me it would be Lewis. It'd be the only guy that's close. I don't think Thompson's in the same.
Yeah, spot. For me, nobody on this card.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm not saying you're wrong. All right, next fight here. Steve Garcia just completely outclasses Calvin Kattar. We both picked Garcia, right? I hope we did.
We did.
I was surprised how many people picked Calvin Kattar. I was really surprised by it. And I'm not saying my picks were perfect because there weren't. And I got some ones that you did really good in this card. I'll give you credit too. But this one I thought was like pretty easy for Garcia. You have a guy that's on the rise against a guy who's pretty much on the end of his career. Garcia's now won 6 straight fights. He's 7-2 in the UFC, guys. He's had a really good run in the UFC. Now he's going to be ranked. And Kattar's lost 5 straight fights. Does he get cut? I would say yes. Right?
I think so too. I don't think he's a cheap guy on the roster, And I mean, he's pretty much. This is like he already had kind of a gatekeeping spot. I feel like, and he lost 2 in a row against guys who like borderline top 15, which is Zalal and Garcia. And he lost 2 against both of them. So I don't want to see anybody cut, but I would be surprised if they give him another one. And also, Calvin Kattar, let's be honest, since that Max Holloway fight, we only saw him 1 year after against Giga Chikadze. He did well, but after that,
he's fallen apart. Like, I mean, and the thing is, like, he's so gun shy now in his fights, guys. Like, he didn't do much. He only landed 26 strikes in this fight, 26 significant strikes. By the way, Steve Garcia, first man to knock down Calvin Kattar, landed 85 strikes. I thought Garcia looked outstanding, though. I really thought it was a good performance because it kind of showed he's not just a one-trick pony, but the knockout Marcel. Like, he won a decision. And he was pouring it on in the 3rd round, too. That's when he dropped him. Do they just do Garcia and Zalal then? Would be the fight? They just match them up, the 2 guys to beat Calvin Kattar?
I mean, that's possible, I think. I think Garcia asked for...
he wants to fight in the Apex in the main event.
Against who did he ask?
Josh Emmett? Was that...
Everybody wants to fight Josh Emmett, man.
I like that. And so does Yusuf. I like that fight a lot, though. I think it's a great fight. I think it'd be fun.
I feel like Josh Emmett said like he's not really like wanting to be.
He wants to fight in a stadium, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to be a stepping stone for the younger guys. But the thing is, like, if you want to keep being high in the rankings,
wrong, right? Yeah. I think it'd be a fun fight. By the way, our boy Garrett's in the chat. What's up, Garrett? Singing the clouds. That's because he's high again. That's not him though. I think is Garrett. It's another guy that's always stoned. Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought the Calvin looked pretty bad. But yeah, Garcia, I mean, I don't know. And I know a lot of people were dogging on him and kind of like laughing at the guy for saying, I want to headline the Apex card. That's great. Dude, they're not going to get rid of these Apex cards. Someone has to headline them. Yeah, but I'd rather see him headline them than some random guys.
But let's be honest, he's also not going to headline a card on location. So
I think it makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's smart.
I think the UFC likes the guy. I like the guy. He's really figured out the weight cutting to 145. Yeah. Remember, he used to cut to 135. His body got really fucked up. He started cutting to 155. Then he went back to 145. He's fought in 3 weight classes, but 145 clearly is a weight class. I've liked Steve Garcia for a while, and he's crazy knockout power and tons of experience. I mean, Marcel, he had like 7 or 8 fights in Bellator before the UFC. So
it's also crazy. He's kind of now the guy from Jackson Wink, right?
Yeah,
that's so many fighters like 10 years ago in the UFC, like world class.
It's so wild. He's like the only guy still like doing well from there. It's so crazy. Yeah. Morgan Charrier defeats Nate Landwehr by 3rd-round knockout. So I did pick him by knockout. This is one of my best picks in the card. It was a close fight, 1-1 heading to the 3rd round, and then he just started swinging his dick, dude, just swinging for the fences. Crazy finish here, Marcel, with 27 seconds into the 3rd round. Drops Nate, stopped, fight got stopped. Amazing knockout. One fight of the night. I'm okay with it winning fight of the night because it was the best fight, I would say, but I also feel like there were so many finishes that I don't know if I would have given Nate the bonus. I think they kind of did because it was his hometown. You kind of agree?
Yeah, man. I mean, I would have went with 4 finishes probably. The thing was like, it was a fun fight. And as always, Nate got a little bit too wild. And Morgan Charrier was also wild, dude, because some of those punches he landed, they were completely missed. But some of them were on point, and he knocked him out. It was a great win for him. And a necessary win for him, He lost against Nathaniel Wood last time, and Landwehr actually also needed a win after losing to Choi, and now he's on a 2-fight losing skid, right? So
yeah, no, you're right. I think they can go. I don't think he gets a ranked guy, but I think he gets someone outside the rankings. I know they just matched up Doo Choi with Daniel Santos. That's official. That's a fun fight, by the way. I was gonna say Doo Choi and Cherry would be fun. We'll see what they do. I mean, I think there's a lot of options. Maybe like Melky Costa, someone like that. I could see him doing something like that. Yeah. So fun fighter, obviously. And for Nate's kind of on a little bit of a skid right. Let me check. Let's see. He's lost 3 of his last 4. So not great, but he's fought pretty good competition. And, he's kind of getting up. He's same age as me. So he's getting up there in age. He really is, especially as a fighter. Is the only guy from Jackson Wink. Is Dontel May still there, I guess? He would still be there.
I have no idea.
I don't know about Jones. I have no idea if they still even train there, but that's... Does Holly Holm train there?
She's not in the UFC anymore, right? So
yeah, no, she's doing boxing. I don't even know, to be honest with you. She had a great finish in the boxing match. Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We have Vitor Petrino, heavyweight, gets his first win at heavyweight over Austin Lane. Yeah, I mean, pretty easy fight to predict. And he fought smart, right? He took him down to the ground, gets a submission. Easy win. Took no damage. What do you think?
Yeah, man. By the way, I have to tell you this. Before that fight, I listened to a phone call between Mick Maynard and Dana White. And Mick was like, Dana, I'm so happy you put Austin Lane against Vitor Petrino on the main card because I think there's going to be a quick finish, Dana. And Dana afterwards was like, you're fucking awesome, Mick. What a win. What a finish. You were right.
Genius, Mick.
Yeah.
I was shocked that Dana was there. I was shocked when they
I was too.
There. He must have flown in today, right? Or yesterday. Yeah. He must have flown in, right?
Yeah, you know what's going to be weird? When on September 13th, man, when it's not UFC and Crawford against Canelo.
Yeah.
Because Dana's 100% going to be with
He's not going to be at no-shit. He won't be at Frostbank Center.
No.
He's not going to the Frostbank Center, Marcel.
Yeah.
Andrew, what's up, brother? Go take a bong hit for us, man. The heavyweight Dana. I always laugh. Me and Marcel send these stupid voice notes to each other now.
Yeah,
we're so crazy. Marcel was like, he said to me yesterday, he's like, dude, we should probably stop doing this. If Mick hears, he's gonna hate us.
Bro, I tell you, man, Mick Maynard was following me 2 or 3 years ago, and after Dana White Contender Series was on, I think I tweeted twice. Yeah, I think I tweeted twice. Like
he used to follow me too, and he unfollowed me too. But I think he unfollowed a lot of people.
He should do audiobooks, I said, but I didn't think he liked it.
Him and Chidi should do them.
Yeah,
he maybe trained to Vallejo. Doesn't Vallejo have a fight? You said, or
yeah, he does. He's fighting. God damn it! On the August 2nd card. Danny Silva.
Yeah, that's a fun fight. The Puma. Hawkett. Oh yeah, that's another guy. Okay, fair enough. Maynard's plans for these heavyweight undercards finally came together. Yeah, for the most part. He also booked this shitty fight between Tuco Tokos and Junior Tafa. Just a garbage fight. I mean, this had no bit. Why did this open the main card? Come on, this was bad main card opener. Obviously, counting on an early finish by knockout, probably they wanted Tafa to win. Right?
I tell you why this opened the main card. They thought that Tafa was going to knock out Tokos, but Tafa doesn't have a ground game,
Dude, I don't want to. I don't know about you guys. Give me your thoughts. I was talking to Marcel last night. I'm like, I'm not interested in watching the Tafa Bros anymore in the UFC. They have no ground game, dude. They're not really MMA fighters.
Zero. Yeah.
I think they both do well in bare knuckle. Like, I don't really watch bare knuckle, but I think they do well there. You know, they're strikers. They both have good chins. You know, I'll give Junior credit. He definitely like was in better shape, but he didn't train his ground game still, right? So,
I mean, Tokos, when he had him on the ground, he could basically do with him whatever he wanted, you know. And listen, I'm happy for Tuco, man. Finally got his first.
By the way, nice pick. You picked him. Nice pick.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
no problem.
I purely picked him because I thought Tafa didn't have a ground game. And it was like, listen, if Tafa can keep it standing, he has a chance to knock him out. But
he did clip him too, and that's in the second round, right? He clipped him.
Yeah, but I was like, if Tokos can,
your boy George Tuco Tokos, right?
Yeah, George Tokos is actually his name. Yeah, true.
Yeah, he got a few takedowns. Listen, he did what he had to do, but like, it wasn't a good fight. It really wasn't a good fight. It was like in slow motion. This is funny from Justin. He's saying they're both put the two Tafas on the main card.
The fight night in Perth.
Junior's 2-4. Does he get one more? Does he get a fight on that Perth card? I guess he would, right? They probably will put them on that card.
If not, they can give him a mic and he can do a Bruno Mars impersonation.
See how good he's singing. Yeah, I saw you all fine with bare knuckle. They're doing like a $25 million tournament. I don't know if you saw that. Ben Rothwell's in it too. It's crazy. Andrei Arlovsky.
I saw it, but I don't give a shit, to be honest about it.
I know you don't watch bare knuckle. That's okay. I only watch a little bit. Julian Lane. I don't know if he's in it, but remember him? Let me fucking bang, bro. He's so funny, man. Yeah, no, Tokos is one of the lower ranked guys. He does have a good ground game, obviously, but he's not that good, guys, honestly. And I say that he's my fellow. He's like one of the only Greek guys still left in the UFC, Marcel, at this point. But I don't have a problem with George. Listen, our friend Bert MMA, he shit on him pretty good. Remember a few months ago he said he's the worst fighter in the division. Didn't he say that? Yeah. I don't think he is. I think he could beat. He clearly proved he's not because he won this fight. So Junior Top probably
was a good guy. Tuc was a good guy as well, you know. So yeah,
I agree. Next fight, prelims. Chris Curtis defeats Max Griffin split decision. Kind of go ahead.
I saw that what Justin said, and she was right.
Yeah. Wait,
did you saw that?
Oh, Justin. Yeah. I saw that.
And he was right. Oh, she was right. The girl was right.
Connor, President of Ireland. I don't know. Maybe that'd be crazy. How bad is Sean Sharaf? Sean Sharaf took that on short notice, but yeah, he's not good either. But yeah, Chris Curtis split decision over Max Griffin. He won the fight. Bad scorecard from the Anthony Manus. The guy's such a bad judge. He always has bad scorecards. It wasn't a good fight. I thought that Chris won 2-1. I mean, kind of an easy fight to score, wouldn't you say?
Anthony Manus, yeah, I think so.
He sucks, man. He's a bad judge, man.
Yeah, I had it also for Curtis 2-1. Wasn't an amazing fight. I felt like that Curtis was really like gun shy in the beginning, you know, and then finally after a couple of minutes he came through, and
I agree.
I think he grew in the fight pretty much.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree. Max slowed down. Max did a lot of like side to side movement. It takes a lot of like energy, and he got tired as the fight went on. Because I think at points Max was like landing a lot of strikes too. Mm-hmm. Chris barely won. He didn't look like a minus 300 favorite. He looked like a minus 150 favorite, but he won the fight. It was back to welterweight for him. I was going to say, first round, there was a brutal dick kick, and then there was a clash of heads.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, right before the clash of heads, after the dick kick, Daniel Cormier, that's what I meant to say, not Marcel. Got you guys confused, my bad.
Yeah.
DC was like, this guy's one of my favorite refs. He's such a good job. I'm like, DC, you've never seen this guy ref before. I don't know who this guy is, Justin Brown. So he just made that shit up, and then the ref missed the clash of heads, and Curtis had this massive gash on his head. So no, I don't think the ref did a good job. I don't think he did a good job at all in that fight.
He didn't know who it was. He said like, yeah, he's great. What's his name? And then they're like, oh, that guy. He had no idea, dude. He was just talking, you know. Yeah, I mean,
this fight wasn't good. Curtis was moving forward. Didn't see the strike count. Just checked it. It was 64-59, and Curtis outlanded him in the second and third round. Which, you know, the second round was, I guess it was somewhat close, but not really. I think the judge, it was made this game in the third round to Max too, which is crazy. He definitely won the first round, but DC's a time traveler. Yeah, apparently, right? All right, let's go to the next fight here. Jake Matthews, nice pick here, Marcel, over Chidi and Njokuani by submission. Wow, quick finish here, Marcel.
very quick. Yeah, I didn't expect it like that, by the way.
Ooh.
But yeah, he made the most of it. You know, he grabbed his neck pretty
Yep.
quick in the exchange, and
Mhm.
yeah, he finished him. I was like, he's gonna fall off his back, but that didn't happen. Good win for Jake.
Great finish for Jake. He's been in the UFC a long time, still winning fights. Good for him. So, Harris saying Matthews and Wonder Boy. I mean, I mean, I don't mind. I don't
Why
hate
not?
it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it at all. He kind of deserves it. He's been in the UFC forever. Too bad Chidi lost because I liked what he was doing at welterweight, but I think that cut for welterweight's really tough for him.
Bro, he struggles badly to make
He
a
did
cut.
make weight, actually. Apparently,
Yeah, he did.
You saw that? Yeah, but no weigh-ins, by the way. We couldn't watch the weigh-ins. Yeah, no, you were frustrated, huh?
It's just annoying, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I'm not there, so I probably shouldn't be bitching about it. But I'm like, it would be so easy for the UFC to just let the stream go, you know?
So why do they need to? I agree. I think they're losing money because people won't watch it. I would watch it.
Yeah.
You know, I usually watch it when I'm working on Friday. I'm sitting on my chair doing my writing, and I have the weigh-ins in the background. You know, so I know you're the same way.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah.
No problem.
Good for Jake. By the way, I'll tell you this: you got the pick right, but I mean, I did say he'd outstrike him. He outlanded him 5-3. Cheaty did. So I'm just kidding. All right.
Sounds like an art bet. This.
Yeah, I know, right? An absolute terrible fight, I would say, between Eduardo Murra and Lauren Murray. This fight stunk, Marcel. It really did. And this is why I can't give the card a higher rating, because I think all the finishes were really good. But you had a few fights like this were stinkers. This fight sucked, Marcel. I'm sorry. We both like Lauren Murphy. She won the third round. To be honest, I was actually hoping she would submit the girl with the guillotine, but ends up, just too little too late. Eduardo did more in the first 2 rounds, clearly won. Lauren clearly won the third. Very easy fight to score. But it's not fun to watch, Marcel. Any thoughts?
No, man. I mean, it wasn't a great fight, but I want to give respect to Lauren Murphy.
Sure.
She's a pioneer for women.
Decent
MMA.
career.
She did great.
Yeah.
She did very well, and this how do you say that? A lot of people always crapping on Lauren Murphy. She's a really nice person,
Sure.
Always.
I just don't like the matchmaking here. I just didn't like the matchmaking.
I agree. By the way, I was laughing when Eduardo Amara is kind of like a full conversation against her, and then Laura's like hugging her. It's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck you say. Did you see that?
I know. I saw that was so funny. By the way, Lauren finished her UFC career 8-7, so not bad. A winning record.
It's a losing winner, and she fought once for the title. I mean, she's a former Invicta champion, right?
Yeah. She's, from what I heard, is going to try getting into officiating, which is good. I think that'd be good. I'd rather see her judging than Anthony Maness, probably. I would say that. So. And by the way, I saw an interview with Anthony Maness. I think this was like a month or two ago. I forgot to tell you about this. I can't remember who interviewed him, but it's on YouTube. And he talked. He used to be like a kickboxing champion, apparently. He had like 60 kickboxing fights. I'm like, all right, well, for a guy who was a kickboxing champion, you're not judging fights very well, especially striking fights like Griffin and Curtis. All right, next fight here. Walter Walker defeats Kennedy Chaku in the heavyweight battle by submission heel hook. No, but in all honesty, how does he fucking keep doing this, Marcel?
Low level heavyweights he's fighting, and Kennedy is not like. Listen, Kennedy, I feel like he's super inconsistent, man. How he fights. Sometimes I'm like, okay, he looks pretty good. And I had to laugh with the commentary, man. I was watching this fight, and I saw Walker dropping for that heel hook. The commentary was like, "Oh, he's slipping off, or is he positioning?" That
was kind of crazy. But I'll say this: he obviously submitted him. Dude, his striking, he was beating the shit out of Kennedy with the strikes too. You know what the fighter is reminding you of? Kennedy has these weird fights sometimes. Dao and Jung, remember that fight? Like he just stood there and just got elbowed to the head and fell down.
Oh, correct.
Yeah, well, that fight he was winning, and he got
then the third round,
it fell apart. But yeah, I mean, this was not good. By the way, this is funny about the Maness guy CT. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man, but good for Walter. His first bonus. By the way, did you see Johnny's post? Johnny Walker.
No, what he said.
You didn't see that where he said you guys don't look. Someone said you guys don't look like brothers. You didn't see that? No, and he said, "Yeah, my father fucked his mother." That's what he said.
Yeah, Walker said that once in the podcast as well. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah. It's also like Walter Walker is pretty much fighting his last name. That's actually the first name of Johnny.
I know Walker
Johnny. Yeah,
they're half brothers. People say they don't look like they. I mean, I could see it in the face. Do you see it a little bit?
A little bit. Listen, if you don't know, I wouldn't say, but if you know, you see it.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways, good for him. He gets a top 15 guy. Well, I guess Kennedy was top. Wait, no, Kennedy wasn't ranked, I guess, but Yeah, he'll get a top 15 opponent. Look at this.
Mick Parkin.
Marcel, read this comment.
Mick Maynard is erect at the thought of Falter versus Buchecha. Yeah, pretty much.
I was going to say he should probably fight the winner of Martin Budai versus Marcus Buchecha. Would you?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? I think it does.
Yeah, for sure.
Kennedy's consistent of being inconsistent. Pretty much. I mean, he has these weird ass fights sometimes. Yeah, no, 3 in a row is crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty rare to see heel hooks in this division for sure.
It's almost like Alexei Olenek with this Ezekiel choke, right?
Yep. Mike Davis defeats Mitch Ramirez knockout.
Oh, you were.
I was scared.
You were scared,
dude. Because I had Mike obviously.
How did you do in the confidence pool? Actually,
I went perfect. I got 7 out of 7. But the thing was, so I think there's like maybe 10. So there's 31 people, and I don't know how did you do? Pretty good, right?
I only missed on Teixeira, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So I got perfect, but I think 10 people did. But the thing, some people got like a few wrong. Yeah. But the thing was, our boy Ghost, he had balls and took Lewis, so he got double points.
Nice.
So that's the thing. Like you have to take some underdogs, and Lewis and yeah, it would just be Walter Walker and Lewis were the 2 underdogs that paid double points. So good for him for having the balls. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, but it's 1 week, right? We still have the rest of the year left. But anyways, good for Mike Davis. Obviously, first round dominates with the grappling, and then he looks gassed out, dude. And I'm fucking worried. I think everyone parlayed him with too. It looked like he was going to gas and get knocked out. Mitch landed some big shots, but then he found his second win, Marcel, and then knocked out Mitch in brutal fashion. Good for Mike. Good win, but I mean, at the same time, he took a lot of damage too. It wasn't a perfect win.
We're tied, by the way, man. We both have 23 points.
Yeah, no. So you went perfect too. That's right. No, you didn't take Teixeira then.
No, I'm. Let me. Now I'm. Woo, I don't know.
You didn't take him then.
Yeah, I take him. Oh, number 6. Number 6. That's why.
Oh, because that's your reserve pick. Yeah, that's in case. Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about.
And I counted the number 7.
You're lucky because if someone got COVID during the fights and they had to pull those guys in, or someone got anxiety attack, Marcel, you would have been fucked over by.
Damn! I'm lucky.
Anyways, you did well, but yeah, Anyways, Mike Davis, and he's back on track, but like I don't know, what's next for him? So he trains with Terrence McKinney, right? They train together, him and Terrence.
Yeah, him, Terrence. I think Lucas Alexander as well.
So, and Phil Rowe, Phil's there.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the Fusion XL, right? It's a good gym, really good gym. Mike Davis and Nazim Sadikov. I kind of think Nazim's ahead of him now, but I mean, I don't mind that fight. I think it's fun. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with any of these guys. He's a good fighter, so he's definitely fun to watch. And then Fatima McCline against Stinky and gets the knockout Marcel and just completely destroys her in the 3rd round. It was crazy knockout. Yeah, good for Fatima. Gets her first bonus right in the UFC. So
yeah, man. I mean, I didn't think the fight was great.
No, not until the knockout. Me and you were talking. We're like, dude, this fight's really boring.
I was like, Klein, why does she keep striking with her when she can easily probably out-wrestle? And then Klein said afterwards that she wanted to use and show her striking. I was like, yeah, okay, maybe against a lesser competition, that's good, but it's not smart when you go in top 15 because your wrestling is pretty much your bread and butter, in my opinion, or your grappling. Yeah, good win for her and a nice bonus. I think a deserved bonus. Was a spectacular finish.
Fatima future champion, you think, potentially?
It's possible, but I need to see more, dude. It's possible.
I think she's really good, man. I'll say that, especially at 115, But I do worry a little bit because she struggled to get a takedown. She did try, and it didn't work out too well, But, dude, the head kick knockout, you can't really complain too much, so good for her. Kevin Holland, isn't he still with Travis Luter and those guys in Texas? Kevin? I think he's in Texas. Does Kevin even really train? I don't even know. Who knows?
He has enough money to go from the other to the other place. The UFC
like I said, Marcel, he's getting $50,000 next Saturday.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh, the 3 possible bonuses for other ones. So
I feel bad for the fighters. Like anytime Kevin Holland's on the card, you know that one of the bonuses is already accounted for. Potentially 2 if it's fight of the night, and then his opponent gets it. But yeah, overall, I mean, it was a good card. It was an 8 out of 10 for me. It was a really good card.
I liked it.
The person that convinced me of Cater gave me the Klein. Yeah, I liked her to finish the fight too. It did end pretty late. I was a little bit worried, but good for her. I mean, her stock goes up because she finished the fight. It was just a decision. It was like, right? But again, you have to kind of project fighters out. This girl's good. She's young. And she's good. I think she definitely could be, rankings very soon. Strawweight's kind of right for the pickings because if you look, Marcel, a lot of the people that fly with Marcel are older fighters now. Like a lot of the girls are getting a little bit long in the tooth, so they need prospects like Fatima. They're going to come up and do well. So, yeah, overall, I think like I said, a great knockout. Yeah, I mean, she did okay against Jasnovic. It's the size difference. Jasmine's huge. She's a big girl. I think, did you pick Fatima? You did, didn't you? That fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Jasmine. Well, she's Canadian, obviously, but no, because she's bigger, right? Jasmine's good though, Marcel, right? Jasmine's like really good. So
she's solid for sure. Yeah.
She's definitely like top 10 in her weight class. Maybe top 5 after her next fight. Who's Jasmine fighting? She's not having a fight book, does she? Or not yet?
I don't think she has.
She does?
No, I don't think she has, but she's probably on the Vancouver card,
Okay, so they're not going to do her in Grosso because Grosso's going to fight at Noche then, right?
No, Grosso's not going to fight at Noche.
Really?
No.
Why?
I don't think she's going to fight at Noche. That's what I've heard, so I don't know.
Is Brandon Moreno fighting at Noche?
Also, they have a main event, dude. They have Diego Lopez against Sean Silva.
Yeah, but didn't Brandon say he wants to fight Ravel? Or they agreed to it?
Yeah, maybe co-main event, but I mean the Twitter agreement is not a. It's not.
Yeah, no. They could do co-main 5 rounds. I don't mind that. Would you like that?
Yeah, but
yeah,
why not?
Yeah. All right. Anyways, that's it, guys. We'll end it there. We're gonna do the preview for UFC 318. So you guys can join us in a couple minutes here. I'll tweet out the show. We'll do the preview. I'm looking forward to talking about this card. Again, on paper, I think the main card's a little weak, but overall, it's a lot of fun fights. Yair versus Allen. Is that happening? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Oh wait, what's going on with Volk? Is he just gonna keep? He's not fighting on Perth, right? Volk, that's a fight, right?
No, of course not. It's fine. Yeah.
Could Dan Hooker be on that card? Could he be the main event? Dan Hooker potentially.
I personally, and I don't know if it's true, but I think it will be Alberg against Jiří Procházka. That's what I think.
Oh, okay, that makes sense too. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Dan fought like even Fiziev in the co-main. That would be fun.
Yeah, I think Volk will probably on the December card. I think
2 title fights.
Yeah, I think
they're going to put Kayla and Manda headline.
Yeah, or Pantoja also on the card. I don't know. We'll see.
They're kind of in a weird spot now because they saved the title fights for the pay-per-views. They don't put them on fight nights anymore.
Yeah, but
then
also,
they have all these champions at the end of the year that need fights, right?
Yeah, I don't think that Kayla against Nunes should be a main event, to be honest, but that's my opinion.
By the way, the people talking about Merab and
Corey.
Yeah, Merab said it's not happening.
Yeah, I saw that,
Yeah, but maybe we've heard otherwise. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll end the podcast right there, guys. Thanks again for joining us. Like I said, a couple more minutes, we'll go to UFC 318. So just give me a minute, and I'll tweet it out, and we'll talk about it then.